Welcome everyone. My name is Kevin Diaz and I'm a developer at TMTown. And in today's presentation, I'm going to show you everything you ever wanted to know about TMTown, the next generation platform for freelance translators. First, I'd like to thank pros.com for organizing this great event. And thank you to everyone who tuned in to listen to today's presentation. I really appreciate it. So, let's get started. For today's agenda, first, I plan to give a high-level overview of TMTown. What are we trying to achieve? What's the big picture? I'll show you a brand new feature that I'm really excited about called Nakodo, a first of its kind translator search engine. After that, we'll get into the details of actually signing up and uploading documents. I'll show you TMTown's alignment tool, as well as a unique feature of TMTown, a tool that allows translators to semi-automatically redact confidential information from a document. From there, I'll go over how TMTown's automatic term extraction works and how you can easily create term-based files from the terms that are automatically extracted from your document. I'll also show you how it is now possible to sell glossaries you have created on the TMTown terminology marketplace. I'll show you TMTown's high-powered search functionality, and then we'll take a look at how TMTown has integrated with CafeTran, a CAT tool. This integration is a first stepping stone to integration with other CAT tools, SDL Trado Studio 2015 being next on the roadmap. We'll take a brief look at profiles, and then we'll discuss how someone who cannot upload their work can still benefit from TMTown. Finally, I'll go over privacy and security on TMTown, and then open it up to your questions. We'll have about 15 minutes for questions, and I'll try my best to answer everyone's. But if I don't get to your question, please find me in the chat or email me your question afterwards. First, to better understand what TMTown is and where TMTown is going, I think it is important to understand TMTown's mission, as everything ties back to this. The mission is to create a better translation world through technology and specialization. You'll see as we go through today's presentation that the key words here are technology and specialization. The heart of what TMTown is really ties back to this philosophy. Before I go into the details of some of the different features of TMTown, first, let me give you the big picture. TMTown is a patent-pending new platform that allows translators to upload their translation memories and terms into private, secure silos. Utilizing developments in natural language processing and text analysis, TMTown's system is able to analyze incoming client translation jobs to find the best translator for the job. This system benefits clients as they can find the translator with the domain knowledge and specific expertise for the job. Translators benefit as they get a private and secure storage space for their linguistic assets, which they can then leverage in many different ways that I'll show you throughout this presentation. And additionally, translators get the potential of getting matched with clients on the basis of their prior work without ever having to disclose that work. To summarize, the novel approach of TMTown revolves around 4 steps. Work is loaded into the system. The loaded work can be leveraged by the translators. The system applies linguistic analysis techniques to the loaded work to learn each translator's areas of expertise. And finally, through this process, better matching is made possible. In essence, think of translation memory assets like a financial asset. In this analogy, TMTown is like a bank for your linguistic assets. The majority of people don't store their life savings under their mattress for 2 major reasons. 1, you can't earn interest on that asset. And 2, what happens if there's a fire at your house? The same principles apply to your translation memory assets. On TMTown, you get to back up your assets. You get safekeeping and protection from fire. Also, you get the equivalent of an ATM card You can access your assets anywhere. And the best part is, and this is the truly unique feature of TMTown, you earn interest on your assets. Your translation memory assets are continually working for you, attracting you new clients and translation jobs. And just like bank interest, you don't have to do anything. You deposit your assets and the interest accrues in the background. Let's take a closer look at how TMTown can benefit different parties in the translation industry. First, for translators. TMTown is a place where you can store and manage your TMs and glossaries, and do cool and useful things with them. And by the way, if you're interested, you have a place to potentially connect with spot-on clients simply by allowing your prior work to speak for itself, without a word of it being disclosed. For translation buyers, you have a place to connect with spot-on translators based on the material you need translated, without needing to disclose the work before selection. Since work is done by specialists and the matching process is more automated and more accurate, benefits may be obtained in the areas of price, quality, and turnaround. For translation companies, you can set up a private corporate account with your translators, and TMTown becomes a tool to enable your project managers or vendor managers to more quickly, more easily, and more accurately select the best people for a new job that comes in. In essence, you can have a white label version of TMTown for your translation agency. Having said that, let's dive into some of the different features that TMTown offers translators. The number one question I often get is, what exactly is TMTown? Is it a CAT tool? Is it an online translation agency? Is it a translation memory solution? As I described in the high-level overview, TMTown is somewhat unique and doesn't fit nicely into any of these groups. So I like to call it a translation enablement platform. So what does that mean? Well, let's look at some things that you can do on TMTown. You get storage of your private TMs and glossaries, TM and glossary analytics, term extraction, automatic alignment, semi-automatic confidential information redaction, easy file conversion, the ability to sell terminology glossaries, the ability to easily share files with other translators or collaborators, integration with other CAT or TENT tools, and job matching on the basis of your prior work. Now, let me clear up what TMTown is not. These are some common misconceptions I have heard about TMTown, and hopefully, by showing you these, you'll be able to better understand how TMTown works. So TMTown does not sell translation memory files. Also, TMTown does not sell your work. Any work you load in is automatically private and secure. You yourself can sell your glossaries on the TMTown terminology marketplace, but TMTown does not sell your work. TMTown does not make public any TM files. The content of your work is never made public. Other translators, clients, site visitors cannot view your documents. So these are some common misconceptions that I've heard about TMTown. Okay, so let's move on. Now I'd like to show you a brand new feature of TMTown. I think this feature is the first step to begin to tie together the big picture ideas I showed you at the beginning of this presentation. The feature is called Nakodo, and it is a first of its kind translator search engine. Why did I call it Nakodo? Well, Nakodo is a Japanese word meaning matchmaker. I like this name, as you'll see Nakodo's goal is to match clients in need of translation with the best potential translators for the job. So how does that work? Let's watch a short demo video and I'll explain as we watch. With Nakodo, the client will add some text that she or he needs translated, as well as the language the text needs to be translated into. Nakodo will analyze the terminology of the text and compare that to documents translators have loaded into TMTown's system. The results will be the translators who have translated documents most similar to the text that needs translation. The really neat part of Nakodo is that you don't need to upload tons of work to show up in the results. The more important part is that you upload work in your specialty. As I mentioned in the mission statement, specialization is very important. As Nakodo is analyzing the terminology of a document, someone who uploaded a small sample in their field of expertise has a much better chance of getting a high match to a document than someone who uploaded a very large general document. Nakodo returns 3 scores for each recommended translator: a similarity score, a quantity score, and a match strength. The match strength can fall into one of 3 categories and is TMTown's interpretation of the strength of a match after considering all factors. There's a golden match, a strong match, or a weak match. Next, I'll tell you about a tool TMTown has to help you manage how you appear in Nakodo search. If a visitor searches a query in Nakodo, such as XYZ company, and the translator were returned in the matches, this may convey to the visitor that this translator has done translation work for XYZ company, whether this is actually true or not. For some translators, this may be a highly undesirable outcome. Other translators may find it desirable. It depends on the translator. But to protect translators, TMTown provides a simple tool to maintain a blacklist of terms. The blacklist works by redacting any term a translator enters across all documents that translator has loaded. As you can see in this video, I just loaded a source document that has the term XYZ Corp, and when I do a search in Nakodo, I show up. If I don't want to show up when this term is searched, what I can do is enter this term into my blacklist. So here, I'll go to my blacklist and I'll enter the term XYZ Corp and XYZ Corporation, XYZ Company, whatever terms I want, I can enter them into my blacklist. Once I'm happy with my blacklist, I can click the green Regenerate Your Search Index. This will go about blacklisting those terms across all your documents. Once those terms are blacklisted, if I go back to Nakodo search and I try that same search again, you'll see that I will not show up this time in the search results. But if I search for another term that may have been in my document, such as cars, I will still show up in the results. Nakodo is opt-in only, so this means that you have to opt in to be shown in Nakodo search results. Currently, if you're a TMTown member and you go to Nakodo search, you can see how you will appear in the results. But you'll probably only see yourself. You may see a few other translators who have started to opt in. Before you opt in, you're the only one who will see you in the results. No one else can see you. So you can use this to test Nakodo and see how you'll appear. If you like what you see, I ask that you please opt in. Nakodo is only useful if a lot of translators decide to opt in, so please opt in if you like what you see. You can opt in directly on the Nakodo search page itself, or from your TMTown account settings. Once a critical mass of translators have opted in, Nakodo becomes much more useful to potential end clients and LSPs. And the more useful it is to end clients or LSPs, the more they'll use it. And the more they use it, the better chance you have of getting discovered. So therefore, it's very important, if you remember one thing from today's presentation, give Nakodo a try, and if you like it, please opt in. Let's get started by actually registering for a TMTown account. Let's look at how to sign up for TMTown. It's easy to get started and registration is free. Choose a username, enter your email, choose a password, and that's it. Once registered, you can begin to fill out your TMTown public profile by entering information such as your name, country, etc. Choose your top language pairs, up to 3, and your top fields of expertise, up to 5. You can also choose an image that will display on your TMTown public profile. If you don't want to add an image, a default avatar will be provided for you. Crop the image to your liking, and then you're good to go. The interesting things that you can do on TMTown start by loading work into TMTown's system. So let's look at how easy it is to load work into TMTown. To load one or more files into your TMTown account, just drag and drop the files into the box surrounded by the orange dash line, or you can click the green Add Files button and choose the files from your computer. Once you drag in a file, you'll be asked to select between 1 and 3 fields of expertise that describe that document. If the resource type cannot be determined from your file, you'll next be asked to select the type of resource. There are generally 4 types of resources you can load into your TMTown account: translation memory files, or TM files, glossaries, or terminology files, source documents, and target documents. TMTown accepts many different types of file formats. I'll show you a slide later with the specific types. And also, TMTown now offers OCR, or optical character recognition, in 47 languages for PDF in image files. Once a document has been loaded into your account, it will appear in the table below. You can then click on the document to get more information on that document, including extracted terms and other document management options. Here you can see, after we've clicked on the document, we get a word cloud of terms that are in that document, as well as different options to export or download that file in different formats. Additionally, you can see that we can easily create a new glossary from terms that were automatically extracted. I'll show you this feature more in depth in a few minutes. Let's take a look at some of the accepted file types on TMTown. So for translation memory files, or TM files, TMTown accepts TMX, XLIF, SDLXLIF, SDLTM, WordFast TMs, which are usually in .text format, TXML, and also Excel. So you can have the source segments in column A and the target segments in column B. If you have a multilingual document, you could have the source segments in column A and target language 1 in column B, target language 2 in column C, etc. For terminology files, TMTown accepts TBX, CSV, Excel files, so same format as TM files, have the source term in column A and the target term in column B. as well as cafe trans CSV files. For source and target documents, TMTown accepts PDFs, Word documents, PowerPoint, Excel, and a few other various formats. Also, for TMTown's OCR technology, or optical character recognition, TMTown accepts PDFs, JPEGs, TIFF files, PNG files, as well as GIF files. Next, I'd like to show you an integration with pros.com that for pros.com members helps you to get easily started on TMTown. So if you have a pros.com membership, you can connect your TMTown account and easily push your translation samples from pros.com to TMTown. Let's take a look. So first, you'll want to go to your pros.com profile page, and from there, click on the Profile Updater tab. Once you click that, on the left-hand side, you'll see an area that says Contact. Click that, and next you want to look for the area that says Translation Networks and Platforms. Click the Change button, and here you'll see a way that you can connect your TMTown account. First, this will redirect you to TMTown to verify that you want to do this. Once your TMTown account is connected, you can start pushing your portfolio samples to TMTown just by clicking the button. Once it's been transferred, you'll have a link that goes directly to your samples in your TMTown account. And again, all of these files that you're pushing are completely private and will only be viewable by you in your TMTown account. Let's take a look at TMTown's automatic alignment. If you have a source document and your translation, and they have not yet been aligned, TMTown has an easy alignment tool that you can use to create a TM file. In this video here, I'm first going to upload my source and target document. In this case, my source document is in English and my target document is in Japanese. And once those two documents have loaded into my account, I'll go to the source document and I'll click on the pink Align button. From here, I'll choose the target document that corresponds to this source document. Now I'm presented with TMTown's alignment tool, where you can see the source and target segments side by side. You can merge up, merge down, you can split a segment, you can drag and drop a segment to rearrange the order, or you can remove a segment. You can even click on the text and edit it if you'd like. Once you're happy with your alignment and the source segments in the left correspond to the target segments on the right, then we can finalize our alignment. This will create a new TM file in our TMTown account. Next, I want to show you a pretty unique feature of TMTown that you won't find in any other tools. What this feature does is it provides translators with a convenient way of redacting confidential information from a document. So why did I decide to build this feature? Well, as you'll see in some later slides, TMTown takes privacy and security very seriously. Every document a translator loads into TMTown's system is automatically private and secure. Even with these protections, some translators have mentioned they would be more comfortable if confidential information could be redacted from a document. I thought this would be a great feature as TMTown's matching algorithm is heavily focused on domain-specific terminology, and removing confidential information such as names, places, dates, numbers, emails, or web addresses will not affect the ability of the algorithm to select the best translator for a job. Any feature that helps improve privacy and security while still allowing TM-Town to pursue its mission of a better translation world through technology and specialization is a great addition in my opinion. So let's see how it works. To redact confidential information from a document, first we click the black eraser icon. TM-Town system will scan your document for potential redaction candidates. As we can see here, Pepsi and Coca-Cola were extracted from this document. You can also add other words you'd like to redact to the list just by entering them in the input box there and clicking the purple button. You're also able to redact dates, numbers, email addresses, and web addresses by checking the appropriate boxes. Once you're finished, your original document is deleted from the servers and only your redacted document remains. Next, let's look at building and maintaining terminology glossaries on TM-Town. TM-Town will automatically extract potential term candidates from your translation memory files or aligned documents. Click Create Glossary to get started making a new terminology glossary. The terms from each language are sorted according to their term rank in your document. Drag a target term in orange to the box next to its corresponding source term. You can also type the target term if you wish. Click on the blue icon on the left to enter additional data on a term, such as the definition, part of speech, context, etc. You can save each term concept individually by clicking the purple Save button, or you can save all of them at once with the keyboard shortcut Shift Up, or also by using the Save All button found at the bottom. Another tool to help you maintain your glossaries is the Term Concept Viewer or Editor. Here, by clicking on a term concept, you can edit all of the data associated with that term concept. You can also add new terms to this glossary by clicking the green Add a New Term Concept button. If you've created some glossaries from terms that were extracted from your documents, or if you've uploaded some glossaries that you've created on your own, one thing that you can do is sell those glossaries on the TM-Town Terminology Marketplace. If you'd like to sell your glossary, the first step is to click the pink Sell Glossary button next to your terminology file. From here, you'll give your glossary a title, an overview, description, and you'll set the price. The more details you can provide in your description, the better, as this will really help translators to know what they're getting when they buy your glossary. When you're happy with the information you've entered, you can submit your glossary for approval. After your glossary is approved, you'll get an email and it will appear on the TM-Town Terminology Marketplace. Your TMTown profile will also show your seller profile as well as the glossaries that you have for sale. For more information, please go to the TMTown webpage where you can see a list of frequently asked questions as well as seller guidelines for those of you interested in selling your terminology files on the TMTown Terminology Marketplace. As TMTown is a home for your translation memory, a key feature is search. TMTown Search is simple yet powerful and allows you to easily find what you're looking for in your private TMs and term files. TMTown Search also gives you autocomplete suggestions so you can get a feel for your search query before you even click enter. TMTown Search can be as simple or as sophisticated as you need it to be. You can filter by language pairs, specific documents, and more. TMTown also supports regular expression searches for those power users who want absolute control over their search results. Additionally, for CAT tools that TMTown has integrated with, you can search your TMs and terms directly from your CAT tool. Speaking of CAT tool integrations, let's take a look at the first CAT tool that TMTown has integrated with, CafeTran. CafeTran is a desktop CAT tool that works on Mac, Linux, and Windows machine. To connect your TMTown account from within CafeTran, first you need to open your CafeTran preferences. Go to Web Services and make sure TMTown is checked. Next, click the red Link CafeTran to your TMTown account link inside the TMTown pane. Sign into your TMTown account by entering your email address and password. This will allow you to authorize CafeTran to access your TMTown account. If you click Your TMTown Details, you should now see your TMTown account info. Next, click on Documents to see the documents in your TMTown account. You can easily select which documents you'd like to search. You can add new segments to translation memory files as you translate by clicking the Add Segments checkbox. If you right-click on the top TMTown menu bar, you'll see additional options. For example, you may want to check Automatic Search so that you can see the results automatically each time you go to the next segment in your translation. Also, you can choose if you want to search your segments by default or search your terms by default. Now, as you translate and click the Next button, you'll be able to see your matches, both exact matches and fuzzy matches. You can also highlight individual words or phrases and then click Search Your Segments or Search Your Terms to see the results from your TMTown account. In sticking with the theme of specialization, TMTown's profiles are designed to help amplify a translator's expertise. One thing that makes TMTown profiles unique is that they are based on the work a translator has uploaded. The translator's language pairs are automatically detected, and data such as the number of translation units and term concepts is also based on that translator's prior work. This ties back to one of the key philosophies behind TMTown, the idea that translators don't just say what they can do, they show it. I think this also forces translators to focus on their core language pairs and specialties. Instead of profiles that list 8 language pairs and 30 fields of expertise, on TMTown you can more quickly and easily find the true expert, the true specialist for your particular need. On TMTown, it is easy to share documents with other TMTown members. This may be useful if you're collaborating with other translators on a project or in a team setting. This feature can also be used with TMTown's CafeTran integration to allow multiple translators to collaborate on and update a shared translation memory file in real time. To share a document with another TMTown member, first click on the document you would like to share. Next, click on the Document Management tab. You will see Share Settings as the first option. Search for a translator by his or her TMTown username to share the document with that person. To stop sharing a document with a TMTown member, remove him or her by clicking the X. If a document is shared with you, the tab Document Shared with Me will appear on the Your Work page. A shared document can be searched, edited, or updated by the translators it's shared with. However, the document cannot be deleted, and the Document Management tab is not available. One goal of TMTown's translation enablement platform is to help match clients in need of translation with the best subject matter translation experts for the job. Since TMTown launched at the end of last year, I've spoken with a lot of translators, and one thing I've learned is that there are a significant number of translators out there who are experienced and who have substantial domain expertise, yet for whom loading work into the system is not an option. In some cases, this is because all of their prior work is under NDA or similar restrictions. In other cases, the translator is simply not comfortable having the work leave his or her own systems. I've always understood this and always respected it. Until now, though, my focus has been primarily on serving the translators who do have work that can be loaded in. Those who cannot load in work have largely been outside of TMTown's purview. However, going forward, TMTown will be providing powerful new ways for translators who cannot or choose not to load in work to demonstrate their expertise and get discovered by clients. One of these ways is a feature TMTown added just recently, where TMTown provides a catalog of short sample source texts that you can use to quickly do a short sample translation in your field of expertise. When translators come across TMTown for the first time, it often takes some time to understand what exactly TMTown is and what TMTown offers translators. TMTown is rather unique. It's not a traditional translation directory or portal. It's not a CAT tool, and it's not an online translation agency. But TMTown does include some elements of the aforementioned businesses and tools. So how does it all fit together? Is TMTown right for you? I'll try to answer those questions over the next few slides as we go over some frequently asked questions of translators who visit TMTown for the first time, so that you can more quickly evaluate whether TMTown is the right choice to help you grow your translation business. So first, is TMTown for me? Most or all of my prior translation work is covered by NDAs. It's true that up until now, translators who could not load work due to NDAs could get little value from TMTown. However, this is changing, and going forward, TMTown has many new features on the roadmap to help these translators use TMTown to help grow their translation business. The first step in this direction is Nakodo, TMTown's brand new translator search engine. While translators who have loaded the most work appear higher in the traditional TMTown directory, Nakodo is a whole new innovation in translator search and discovery. The really neat part of Nakodo is that the chance of a translator being recommended as the best match is independent of the amount of work they've loaded into TMTown. This means that if you can load a sample translation, a 1 or 2-page translation you have done that is public, that includes a lot of specialized terminology from your field of expertise, you can start benefiting from TMTown. And with TMTown's new catalog of sample source texts, it's really easy to get started doing a sample translation on TMTown. Is TMTown for me? I don't believe in sharing translation memory files. Well, this seems to be a common misconception about TMTown, which I can understand as TMTown does have a feature that allows translators to share a specific document with another TMTown member for purposes of collaborating on a project. However, general sharing of TMs or making TMs public is not allowed on TMTown. To be clear, TMTown does not make public any TM files. TMTown does not allow translators to make public any TM files. TMTown does not sell TM files. TMTown does not allow translators to sell TM files. The content of your work is not made public, and other translators, clients, and site visitors cannot view your documents. Is TMTown for me? I was told to never use cloud services. TMTown is a cloud service, and cloud services may not be for everyone. Most likely, though, you are already using cloud services every day. Common cloud services include social networking sites, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, email, so Hotmail, Gmail, document, spreadsheet, or other hosting services such as Google Docs, Dropbox, Evernote, YouTube, Flickr, backup services such as Mozy or Dropbox, and banking and financial services like Visa, MasterCard, H&R Block. So TMTown takes your privacy and security and confidentiality very seriously. You can check out TMTown's full confidentiality and data usage policies on our site, as well as TMTown's security policy to learn more. So while cloud services may not be for everyone, I do implore you to check it out and give it a chance, as you're probably already using cloud services in your daily translation workflow. Is TMTown for me? It seems interesting for experienced translators, but what about translators who are just starting out? Every translator starts somewhere. In my opinion, TMTown gives you a great opportunity to start specializing at the beginning of your translation career. Start with a sample translation and grow from there. As mentioned previously, Nakoto Search will help you get discovered, as you don't have to have a ton of work loaded to get matched by Nakoto. Next, a few words about privacy. TMTown takes privacy and security very seriously. The contents of any documents you upload to TMTown are automatically private and secure. Only you can view them. No one else can view your TMs. Your files are scanned by the system for purposes of matching. However, your files and the data in your files will never be publicly accessible. When you upload a document, there are 3 pieces of metadata that are made public. This data appears on your TMTown public profile. This includes any language pairs in that document, any fields of expertise you selected when you uploaded the document, and finally, the number of translation units or term concepts in the document. If you do not want that info to appear on your public profile, there is a way to turn it off in the document management settings. Thanks again for your time today, and now I'd like to open it up to any questions you might have.